All right, we good?
3, 2, 1.
All right, perfect. I don't know where to look. Where am I gonna look? I guess
Just look forward. Because he's on the TV too. Just look forward. Okay. All right.
Welcome Sunday Sit Down, episode 8.
I actually don't know this time. Set 8.
Number 8.
Episode number 8. We're back, and we have Megatronus, aka Jesus Olivares. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, sir. I would say that of the past couple interviews I've done, that's probably the most accurate, given the little. I could tell you gave it a little bit of a Hispanic zing on the end, so I appreciate that, bro.
I'm from Miami, so we got a lot of Hispanics
Yeah,
there. So
yeah.
I got you. I know what I'm doing.
I guess first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna open our reins at the same time, kind of virtual too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Let's
so
try to.
you guys want to do like a virtual toast?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rain, creamsicle. Oh yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
That is so cringe.
And that starts our podcast.
Oh yeah. So we got, for people watching at home, we have Snickers. We have like the little, I don't know which one you got, bro. We got a little bite.
I like the king size, bro.
Oh shit.
That's a king size.
Bro, so give a little background. Cause you know how we like to do the energy drink stuff. So we asked Jesus before, but hey, like, what do you like snacks out of? Bro, the second my man says Snickers, I immediately got hard. Like, Snickers is probably one of my favorite things. I'm a big chocolate guy, so I picked up 2 like a king size mini Snickers.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be munching on these the whole time. So first off, I know you've been through a lot of podcasts throughout this whole week, like a lot of interviews and stuff. So we're trying to make this more lax, so it's not just straight. Oh, what's next? What are you doing next? Who are you gonna beat next? Like, I feel like that shit gets overrated. That shit gets too much.
I saw your I've been seeing it going around the internet. The King of Lift ones. It's like a bunch of your quotes, like I'm the GOAT, like I'm going for Dan Bell, I'm going for Ray, like all this, like a lot of big I guess goals coming up. So how the podcast go?
It was good, man. But did you actually listen to it though?
No, we haven't.
I listened to bits and pieces of it
Okay.
on the way to work.
So I don't know if I know the name of the host, but Ryan Lapadat. He's an amazing dude, man. But he purposely took some of the things I said out of context to simply promote the podcast. So
I figured.
If you actually listen to it, it's not going to be like me just calling out individuals, it's just me elaborating on like what my goals are, the people at the top that are in my way to be at the top. So that's kind of how it went. But it was a good podcast, man. I actually listened to it. It's really cringe listening to your own voice.
I never listened to the podcast after you post.
We never listened to it again.
Well, I like to listen to it just because I like to make sure that I actually sound like I know what I'm talking about, because I don't want to be making a fool out of myself. I like to analyze and be like, okay, like maybe I need to read a little bit more. Maybe I'm sounding a little too ghetto, something like that. But it was a fun experience, man. That was actually my second podcast, and then I also recorded one with Angelo Fortino.
A 2 White Light.
Yeah, on 2 White Lights.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then this is capping it off the week with you boys.
Oh shit.
Save the best for last. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want to say that, but I guess
hey, man,
that's what it is.
It's not cocky. It's not cocky. It's confidence.
Well, I guess that's what you call it.
So anyway,
you guys can't cut yourself short.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. See, look, we're just getting started, but we're moving up there. How did you start? Like power? I know you're. Are you from Texas, or did you move there from a certain time?
No, I'm born and raised, baby. Born and raised, West Texas.
Shit.
All right, so I know Texas. I know in Texas, like powerlifting is a huge sport. Like, what age did you start, and like how did you get into it, basically?
Okay, so I've actually got introduced with sports through football, man, because that's like literally what people live, breathe, and shit in Texas. It's
Texas
football, 24/7. Especially like when you're in junior high, going up to high school, and then in college. But my first ever introduction to powerlifting was actually my 7th grade year. It was like an off-season program sport, where it's just all the junior high kids get together. And it was raw, because in high school, it's actually single ply. But like we were just a bunch of junior high kids gathering at like Saturday morning at the butt crack of dawn. So that was my first introduction, man, in seventh grade, and then I didn't really think too much about it because I was primarily focused on like football, and
Sorry.
then secondarily it was track and field, and then
You're not sorry.
powerlifting was just like part of off-season stuff.
Yeah.
Track and field.
So
What,
then
what
fast,
event?
Probably shot put.
yeah, I threw shot put and discus.
Yeah. What position do you play
So
for?
then I played right guard in high
Oh
school.
shit,
And
I
then
did
played
too. I
left
wasn't.
guard
I was like 280 back then. I was kind of.
No, I was 260 in high school, bro.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
shit.
I was like 5'10", 5'11", 260.
Yeah. Oh,
So little fun fact. But so then and then fast forward to high school, that's when like powerlifting, I got a little bit more competitive in it. Um, but still, it really wasn't like anything important on my priority list. But I mean, obviously, I'm gonna try to do my best in anything that I'm doing. So it's just like it was football, track, and then powerlifting. So I actually qualified for state my junior year for powerlifting single ply, and then I didn't do it my senior year because I had to have wrist surgery, and that would have prevented me from. Well, actually, I probably could have competed through it, man, but I was 16, 17, and I had already signed like a letter of intent to go play collegiate sports, so I was just focused on getting ready for that. So I kind of skipped powerlifting my senior year, and then I just focused on track, and then I went to state for shot put track my senior year, and then took a little hiatus, went to go play college sports for 2 years, and then realized that college sports is pretty much a business, man. Like they give two shits about
Yeah.
you. They replace you as soon as you can't produce. So then I became a gym bro for a little bit. I went through a bad breakup. I got fat, went back to the gym, tried to be a bodybuilder.
We had a
And
physique.
then thank you. So then I actually cut down. I got all the way down to like below like 299 for the first time in like a couple of years, and then I started watching like strongman, and then there's just something about strength sports, man, that is just super fascinating. You know, just watching guys like lift heavy shit, you know, things that not many people can do, and so I've always been fascinated by strength. You know, like who doesn't want to be the strongest man in the world, type deal. So then at first I was gonna do strongman, but then at the same time, my brother Pablo, he was watching a lot of like Russell Ortiz videos, Christian Guzman, stuff like
Oh,
that.
shit.
And then like that's kind of how I found out about Joey. And then like I got with Joey after Raw Nats, and he kind of plugged me into the USAPL because I was at first gonna do USPA, man, drug tested, because I didn't know what the hell was the difference. I just knew I wanted to compete. I wanted to get some numbers on. I wanted to get to work. So I didn't really care what federation. I didn't know the difference. And so then here we are, man. It's kind of like a quick overview.
Yeah.
I feel like I rushed it, but
No, you're good,
it
bro.
is.
I mean,
I figured you answered the same questions the last like week and a half. So
yeah, I probably gave y'all the most clear and direct one because I'm really bad at like staying on track because I'll like start talking and then like I'll sidetrack. So I feel like I gave y'all the cleanest, most straight to the point. I've had practice.
yeah.
I mean, hearing your story, I feel like it's very similar to. That's why Garrett pointed at me because it's very similar to mine because I played D1 sports. I played baseball.
These small Snickers are really good. I think it has like more sugar in it or something. It just tastes better in the smaller bite.
You're such a fat ass.
Dude, I'm just saying, bro. They're just so funny.
Anyway, so I played D1 baseball at JU, and like you said, it's basically a business. Like you come in, they tell you you're gonna be the guy. You're like, oh, you're our guy, and then they get a new freshman to come and replace you, or they bring in a JUCO guy. So I understand where that's coming from, and the thing about strength sports is, I feel like it kind of holds you accountable because it's just you versus yourself. Like if you want to be strong, you'll end up being strong at some point if you put the work in. So I get where you're coming from that. I mean, that's a pretty cool journey. I mean, where did you go for college?
So my freshman year, I went to so I initially had signed an NLIA to go play at Midwestern State University, which is a Division II school out in Wichita Falls, Texas. and like they're literally in the top 10 national rankings like every freaking year, dude. So like I graduated from Permian, man. Like I came from a winning program, so like I understand what it takes to win as a team. So obviously, like I don't want to go to a bad school that's going to be losing and stuff. Like they just have bad team chemistry, bad structure. So that was like my obvious choice, just because like the winning speaks on behalf of their structure, on their coaching staff, on the chemistry, on the culture. So that's what I gravitated towards, because I understand how hard it is to develop that. I understand how like crucial that is. So I went there, but then at that same time, it was track season, and I was like starting to fall in love with like track, because I was doing good. Um, I was winning my meets. I had been asked at shot put, bro. Like I swear, from my freshman year to my junior year, I probably only increased my put by like 5 feet, and then like it just started clicking my senior year to where it was just like, I guess like I was just maturing more into my body, and I was becoming a little bit more in tune with like the slight technical changes. So I was able. I started like actually throwing like over 55. Some of what like the D1 kids are throwing. So I started becoming real competitive, and like I was just that's what I was paying attention to, man. Like I, I feel like I can do pretty good in competitive situations. Like the stress. I'm very mellow. I know how to like put things aside when I need to. So then, while I was falling in love with that, I was like, shit, like I have to have wrist surgery at the end of the year, and then I had really connected like my wrist surgery with playing football. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to have to keep getting surgeries for like the next 4 6 years of my life. So track is not a contact sport. So like the chances of you hurting yourself are like almost zero. If you hurt yourself, it's a freak accident,
Yeah.
and we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Oh, shit.
So yeah.
I feel like a
So
nasty
then,
story coming on or something.
so then I went to the University of Texas San Antonio, man, which is actually where I'm not going to school. I'm taking a break, but I'm back in San Antonio right now at the moment. So through my freshman year, competed indoor season, and then very first day of outdoor practice, dude, I land awkwardly on the side of my right foot, and I fractured my fifth metatarsal.
Oh.
So for layman's terms, they call it a Jones fracture,
Mm-hmm.
and that sat me out for like another 8 to 10 months. And the way that the head coach operates at the school here, if you can't perform at conference, like he will not give you any scholarship money or compensation. So that completely derailed like my plans to continue my career there, man. Because like I had gone there like as like like for a bunch of small town kids, if you don't have that scholarship money, you can't afford to go to these universities.
Yeah.
So then, like, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to come back home. So then I transferred back home, and like, I was already telling some of my buddies that I graduated with, and they were playing on the team. So I'm from Odessa, Texas, and they recently had started a new program at the local university, which is D2, UTPB, University of Texas Permian Basin, and they were like, oh, well, we told our coaches that you were transferring back, and they want you to be on the guys, like they know that you have pretty good qualities, like you could help bring a culture change, blah, blah, blah. They were like, they don't care that you have to rehab, like they just know that, you could be an asset. And I was like, well, shit, because like, who doesn't want to feel like they're a part of something? So
Yeah,
then
for sure.
transferred back. I rehabbed the entire fall season, and then I got ready for spring ball. So then we were headed towards the end of spring ball, man. I was looking good. I had like strapped up in like almost 2 years at this point, so I had a lot of like rust to take off. But I mean, like I'm not gonna shy away from that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So then, one morning, man, before practice, like I remember like I was having a bad dream, and I just remember like lifting my head and like just dropping it, and I actually made contact with my headboard, So like I'm like opening my eyes, dude, and like I'm like trying to like I'm sleepy, my eyes are blurry, and like I'm getting ready to drive to practice, right? So then like I get out of bed and I'm like I don't feel too good, man. Like, cause you know how like when you wake up, your vision's a little blurry, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it had already like it was like extra blurry, and I just felt like a little uncoordinated, and I was like, I think I might have. I think I might have hit my head a little too hard when I was sleeping.
Wait.
So then,
So you trying to tell me you gave yourself a concussion?
Bro.
yes, I did, bro. I did. It's facts. It's a part of my. It's part of my
God.
history. Yeah, bro. I got a big ass head, bro. It's physics, man.
Bro, that's why I was curious of why you like cut off the hair, because the hair made your head look a little bit smaller. But now you can just notice every single part of it. I mean, it looks good,
Nah, bro,
but I like the hair flip.
I got a big ass head, bro. Ever since I was in junior high, I always had to have an extra large helmet.
Bro, nothing wrong with having a big head. See, look,
Nah.
see, I went through a growth spurt where I got really skinny, but my head stayed the same size. So I look like like one of
Bobblehead.
one of like those Wii characters, like the Mii's.
Yeah.
I look like one of those through my whole middle school, and whole middle school time. That was my nickname. So I understand the big head thing. My dad has a huge head. He can't wear hats. He had to wear bucket hats. No, it's true. He can't, bro. He looks weird as hell in hats. Like he's bald too, so it looks even bigger. So he either has to wear a bucket hat or he has to wear a beanie. So I get why he's wearing a beanie. He has a big ass head.
Yeah.
Understandable.
It looks good, bro. It's
It does
beanie
look
season
good.
too, man.
It is beanie season.
So, yeah. So then I gave myself a concussion, and I tried telling my coach that, and he thought I was capping, and that kind of caused like a little bit of a drift, you know, because he liked to talk a lot of shit, you know. God, I still remember his name, bro. I still don't like him to this day, but
Welcome.
So yeah, and then I couldn't like go to class either because like the sunlight would like fuck up with my head,
Oh damn, you got
and
really
then
fucked
I
up.
just couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't like focus on schoolwork. So then they told me like, oh, like just stay home until you feel better. And then okay, so this is where the not nursing staff, the trainer staff fucked up, bro, because they were supposed to give the school a notification that I had a ailment that was preventing me from actually doing my academic duties. They didn't give them that, bro. So as far as my professors were concerned, I was just skipping class.
Bro.
So that semester was horrible for me. Like I had like that literally fucked my entire GPA, bro. I think only one of them got the notification, but the other four didn't. So that's like a whole different side story. But at that point, man, when I was just at home trying to recover and get better, like I started to realize because nobody was reaching out to me. Nobody was like, "Oh man, are you doing good? How you feeling? Like, this is how practice is going." Like they just kind of like totally isolated me. You know, like I was just like I didn't feel part of the team anymore. You know, like even some of my buddies, like friends that I have grown up with, you know, it was just like you know, none of them, not even a text, you know, not even a DM, like, how are you doing, bro? So I was just like, you know what, like, I'm honestly putting my livelihood at stake, my potential future health at risk for something that is not giving back in me as much as I'm giving to them. So that's kind of when I made the decision. I was like, you know what, like, I'm stepping away from collegiate sports. This is almost a scam, you know, unless you're going to the NFL or if you're getting your school paid for, you know, and it's just, you know, that's a little insulting, you know, because I don't want to talk bad about people who, you know, walk-ons, you know, chasing their dreams, you know, like if they 100% believe in themselves that they can get to wherever they're going to, you know, then by all means, like keep going. But this is just my personal experience. And then that's when I walked away from sports, man. And then I didn't do anything for a little bit. I got out of shape. I got sloppy looking. And then a couple months later, like I mentioned earlier, I went through a bad breakup and then got my ass back into lifting weights.
Oh shit.
That's a success story for
Yeah,
if you ever heard of one. I mean, from giving yourself a concussion to out here competing
Bro.
with everybody. I mean,
Self concussion on the bed. Imagine that.
that must have been a quality ass headboard, though.
Dude, you must have been having a really fucking deep ass dream.
But I mean, I feel like you going through all that has kind of molded your mindset because if like, so for people that don't know, if you see his on social media, like he's known for the handshake emoji, And recently the new steak emoji, which
what is the steak one? I'm kind of curious.
I am curious.
Okay, so I'm in a group chat with a bunch of other powerlifters, and I'm not gonna say their name, because they might be listening. We're supposed to be like the secret society,
Yeah.
but I'm just hyping up my boys. But so we all have. So with the new update, you can actually customize like your initial reactions. Like, how when you double tap a message, it'll give you like a heart, or you can like hold it and like reply with another emoji.
Yeah.
So I changed my settings to where by default, instead of a heart, it gives the steak emoji.
Oh shit.
Because like I'm the biggest dude in our chat, so they gave me the steak emoji because I got all the beef. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
I got all the meats.
But
yeah, so that's what's up with the steak emoji.
all right, well, all right, so that makes a lot of sense. But like going back to what I was saying,
I was like, first time I saw, I was like, why did he just react with a beef emoji?
It's like,
I was kind of. Well,
I mean, I was kind of hyped about it. I was like, damn, we came up with something new.
Damn.
'Cause everybody kept taking the handshakes, but like
the handshake is actually really good. I can't believe I never saw it before. I think that's like my most used now.
probably.
Stole it from you.
But
Sorry,
yeah, like I feel like with you going through all that stuff, it kind of molded like how you go about things, because like even like people like in our group chats when they talk about you, they're like you're very you're very respectful. I mean, you go about your stuff, you go about the plan, and it's like you're just very tedious about what you do, and you're very respectful to everybody else. Like no matter if you're a 74 kg lifter or if you're a super heavyweight or you're 105 kg, like you treat everyone with equal respect until not giving the respect back. So I feel like you going through all that has let me know if I'm wrong. I feel like it has molded you to a point to where you could compete the way you do because you've been through a lot and you have a good mindset in order to push yourself to get there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as like the respect that I give to people, man, like I'm a firm believer, and like treating people how you want to be treated. It's just, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh man, like, oh, I'm a good Christian, like I read my Bible all the time, but like I do believe in God, I do believe in Jesus. And one of the things that I try to live by, man, is just the way that he loved people. So it's just like, yeah, man, my spiritual life is slacking, but if it's one thing that I for sure try to do, man, I try to like love and give respect to everybody the same, like respect their opinions, respect their beliefs, like I'm not going to try to wrong somebody just because they're not like me. Like that's totally not what Jesus Christ stood for. Like he literally ate and chilled with everybody. He didn't care if you were a murderer or if you were something else, whatever. So like that's just that's just part of who I am as a person. Like obviously y'all get to see me as Megatronus on Instagram, lifting all this weight, my training. But as far as like how I operate in my daily life away from all that, like that's probably one thing that I try to live by and install and apply in everything. It's just, like y'all haven't done anything wrong to me. Like, why would I have any negative feelings towards y'all? Yeah. So, I mean, like as far as I'm concerned, guys, like we're cool. And even if y'all like did me wrong, and y'all explained to me or we talked it out, like we can move past that.
That's for sure.
So. Yeah, man, but as a competitor, man, like, I feel like you try harder against people you respect than the ones you don't. Because when you respect your opposition, it opens the door. Or actually, it's the other way around. When you're studying somebody, like for me, for example, this has been a lot of people's favorite thing to bring up this past week, but we'll just use it for the sake of the argument. Me and Rayman. So the way I approach this is like, okay, he beats me by a fuckload on squat. We're about the same on bench, and I'm maybe a little bit ahead on deadlift. So from an analytical perspective, what I have to do is I have to advance and improve as much as I possibly can on squat, close that gap as close as I can. I'm not expecting anywhere close to a 500 kilo squat for at least another couple years. So like that's out of the question. So realistically speaking, I think I can get excuse me, I can get around 80. If I can close that gap to an 80-pound difference, that is going to set me up to where if I can beat him on bench by like 10, 15 pounds, and then I'll pull him by like another 20, 30, 40 pounds, like now we're talking. Like, this is my approach to beating him. Like, this is the only way from right now until next October or whenever we face up, So it's like, if I didn't respect him for the man that he is, the lifter that he is, and the competitor, I wouldn't go as far as I'm going, man, because it's like, you have to take these extra steps. You have to like be like, okay, like what can I improve the most in this amount of time? What do I need to keep doing right? And it's just, it's a lot of going to the drawing board, like writing down, paying attention to the little things that are working over time, and just sticking to what's true, man. Stick to what works for you. And I feel like these last couple of weeks, I kind of came across like some valuable data, like within myself that I was looking at. I feel like I'm getting really close to, figuring out like what really works with my body, because I feel like to really utilize your potential, these three things have to come into alignment. It's your body, your mind, and your spirit. When these three things are parallel to each other and they're, rising at the same time, on some anime BS,
Yeah.
like that's when you truly, truly, truly surpass your limits, man.
That's a good
so
quote.
It's like
We have to put that like as one of like the
So,
clips
like-
too. Mind, body, spirit.
I mean, you don't watch anime, so
I don't know.
You can't feel it as deep as I feel it. I feel you.
You
man.
feel it?
Oh, no, I feel that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
Make
it's
me-
like, like, so like this is like how all I look at it, and it's just like, cause I've never been like, even in high school, man, like there was kids that were out total me about like 500 pounds, like I wasn't the biggest. I was, I'm still not the tallest, yeah, I've grown a little bit. I'm around the same weight as a bunch of the other guys, but I'm still younger, everyone else is at least like 26, and then everyone else is late 20s, early 30s. So it's like, for my mindset, I have to look at it like if it was a chestnut checkers board or a chessboard. I'm sorry, that was a little slogan. But it's just, I have to look at it like that. Like what can I do? What's a little variable I can manipulate? Like, okay, maybe if I get 1 more hour of sleep, or if I can drink
No, that's not good.
1 more liter of water,
No.
or stuff like that. All that matters, because at the end of the day, wait, what did you say?
So
No, like I think our thing like
you froze and then
out.
you came back, but we hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's just every little building block that you can gather. If you can get blocks that match up and build towards the same goal, man, that's what you want to do. You want to just accumulate as many bricks as you can of the same color or whatever you want to do. That's going to keep stacking, and like that's how you make progress.
Damn.
In my eyes, in my
That's
opinion.
That's some solid advice right there.
He sounded like a young Master Roshi.
Yeah.
You don't.
No,
Dragon Ball
I
Z,
know.
Master Roshi's a. Don't worry about it.
One day I'll watch Dragon Ball and Naruto.
At least Dragon Ball. At least
At least Dragon Ball.
Dragon
There's
Ball's
like so
like-
many like seasons, right?
Well, if you start at Dragon Ball and then you go Dragon Ball Z, and then if you just go Dragon Ball Z, I mean, you can kind of get it.
Yeah.
We had to get you on something. Like, you don't have to watch all of it. We have to watch.
watch
Naruto.
I watched Attack on Titan, so I should watch.
He did start watching Attack on Titan.
I watched like the first episode, a little bit.
I mean, everybody basically dies real quick, but anyway.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I've had like 15 of these little baby.
But I
series.
like.
Damn, it's just-
I don't know. I love everything that like goes about that, because the thing is, a lot of people, they just kind of go in and kind of just wing it, and don't really have a game plan. Don't really have any type of like plan going forward, and that's where people they start to plateau. Like, they don't see anything forward, so they hit something and they're like, okay, but now what now? But it seems like you have a plan, and basically like. I guess that goes into our next question. Like, everybody's been asking me, like, I talk about you like at work and stuff, and one of the people I work with is actually a professional strongman, and then I showed him your total. He goes, I mean, shit, he's 22. Like, what's next? Like, what do you do after you total that much at the age of 22?
I think we kind of skipped. We kind of skipped a bunch of topics with what's next.
No, because no, we'll go back to it, but it's like
Yeah.
that's just a big question, because people people that haven't seen like the process and everything, they see like the big total and they're like, shit. I mean, this guy's 22. Like, what can you do now? Like, he's already beat almost everybody.
Yeah, like almost literally
at the age of 22.
Yeah.
So that okay, like how do you go up from here? Like usually it's like a slow climb. It's like okay, you told like 1700 and 1800,
yeah.
but you start off and it's just like okay, 2300. It's like oh shit, like what now can you do? Like what's your plan going forward?
Well, my plan, man, is like I've already. So I was telling people like, so I took a week off. I wasn't even supposed to train yesterday, but I mean, Ashton was in town, the boys were in town, so I was like, fuck it. You know, I think like a really light Saturday would work as a primer, kind of take the rust off, so that way I can kind of already start on a good foot Monday. So like that whole week, man, like I wasn't physically training, but I was already mentally preparing for the next 6 months, the next 8 months, you know. So right now, like I'm already mentally locked in for the next 10 months of training. You know, that's when October is going to be. That's when Raw Nationals, God willing, happens. So what's next, man, is I'm going to keep training. I might or might not compete in June at the Arnold if it happens. Because, you know, like now everyone, like this is how I feel about my meet. I feel like this kind of like propelled me into the radar of a lot of individuals. You know, like they weren't taking me seriously then. Hopefully they're taking me a little bit more serious now. So it's like I don't have any time to stop and be like, what's next? You know, I gotta stay on my tracks. You know, I gotta keep this train moving. I feel like I'm starting to, and then to build off, I've had a little bit of time, but Ryan asked me on my last podcast, he asked me how, if this had added any momentum behind me, you know, and like at first, my response to that was, you know what, like not really, you know, because from my mindset is I don't need any of that jazz. Like I bring my own momentum, you know, but then now that I'm thinking about it, it's like from a bigger picture, it's like now people are going to be training a little harder because they're going to feel me behind them. So it's like, fuck, I got to train even harder than they're training.
Yeah,
so it's like this whole, so I was just saying like these next 16 months, man, I'm really going to have to like kick it up another gear, man. Like really, really start. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't train hard, but you know, there'd be times where like I would skip the set, you know, like I already got cold. I was talking to the homies. But it's just like it's getting more serious, man. Like the closer and closer that I get, it's just, you know, I have to continue intensifying. You know, like Ultra Instinct. You know, the heat of the battle, it just intensifies. So it's just I gotta keep going with the flow, man. And it's just right. So what's next, man? Maybe the Arnold, and for sure, if I can stay healthy, man, which I feel like I'm pretty good at doing, because as soon as I feel something funky, I call it. That's it. I go to accessories. I stretch.
Damn, I wish I
take care of myself.
Yeah, I wish you did too. Stupid. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying too, kind of touched on that topic. I mean, your expectations now, like people look at you and they have such a high like expectation of you now that you have to kind of keep performing at that high level. You know. I guess it's.
No, I promise you, man. My expectations for myself are probably a little more than maybe the only person that I can think of off the top of my head that has maybe the same as me, if not more, would be my coach Joey.
Yeah.
But like, nah, man, like the expectations for myself, it's like as soon as I reach the bar that I set for myself, I have to set it like twice as high. Just because, and we'll get a little bit into this. So y'all have heard of stories, you know, where like people get in car accidents and like they sever their nervous system or something happens and like they're medically cleared to like never walk again. Mm-hmm. But somehow, through sheer will, they retrain their body to work in a different way, to where they can walk again.
Yeah.
So I look at that and I'm telling myself, and I'm like, if I can continue, if they can do that, why can't I, a healthy individual, will my body to continuously surpass its limits? You know, like if these people can go from having, you know, damaged nervous system, legitimate serious medical conditions, why can't I simply put a little bit more mental effort into getting stronger, while I'm physically training to become stronger, why can't I keep getting stronger? You know, so that's kind of my mindset as far as that goes. So it's like my expectations, man, is like I'm gonna keep getting strong until I decide to walk away, man. I feel like I've done enough. I feel like until my drive pretty much dissipates, you know, until I feel like I don't feel like competing anymore. So like that's really how I look at it as far as what's next. You know, it's just a continuous. It's like a continuous process of accumulating and going through step A, step B, you know, all the way until step Z, which is until I'm ready to hang it up, man. But I mean, I'm 22, bro. I got a lot of road ahead of me.
Yeah,
I
young buck.
got
Young buck.
got a
You're
lot
younger,
of I
bro.
got a
What
lot
you
of
mean?
numbers to go after.
I know I'm younger,
Yeah.
but he's still a young buck.
Damn, that was a great answer.
See,
I don't even know
we get profit, Jesus. The beginning of the week was like, knock off the rust. They were asking questions, don't know how to answer. we get the profit.
He's like enlightened now. So
Yeah,
he knows, like,
he's enlightened. Like he's in his zen right now, so he's answering our questions.
It's because I start training on Monday, man. So it's like I'm already got the juices going. I'm already mentally ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah, that dead week, and now you're back up. Bro, trust me, I feel you. So
we'll see, like,
I know, like for you, family is a huge thing. Because you talk about your brother a lot. How fun was it? Like, how fun is it to basically just like train with your brother and actually go and compete with him?
Oh, wait, I didn't know that.
He has a younger brother that's like he's 20, right?
Yeah, he's
You both-
20. He'll
you
turn
both-
21 December 28th.
You both compete together too?
Yeah, they competed together last meet. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
So how was that experience? I'm pretty sure that's awesome. Just competing with your brother, like.
It is awesome, man. Just because like I'll go a little in depth, but not too much. It's like, but we had a rocky background, you know, and like just recently, like the last 2-3 years, is where we've really like started clicking, you know, like brothers, you know, like now I can say like that dude's like one of my best friends, you know, like he's somebody I can trust. And like training together him, like honestly, like I know right now, you know, like there's a little bit of a gap, you know, but like I wouldn't rather have anybody else to train with, you know, just because like I feed off of him, he feeds off of me. I'm sure having me and his brother fucking motivates the hell out of him to be even better. You know, like my expectations for him is to be at my level within a couple of years. You know, so it's just like, you know, that's my dude, man. Like he keeps me honest. If he thinks that I'm overshooting or I'm not hitting depth or my pause was too fast or my grip or my lockout isn't a little shady, he'll tell me, man. Like he'll be the first person to be like, hey, bro, like I think the bar was slipping or I think your pause. You know, he keeps me accountable. And for somebody like me, man, that's absolutely priceless. Just because everyone's already like, oh man, like you're so strong, like you're gonna be the next go, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I feel like with me and him, man, we're very good at keeping it real, you know, keeping it like, you know, bro, like we haven't beat anybody yet. We haven't been to a national meet yet. Like that's a different level of hype. You know, it's gonna require a different approach. And it's just like that's my dude, man. He actually just got accepted into the university here in San Antonio, UTSA. So he's going to be moving here. So I'm actually going to be having my training buddy back. So I just know that like with him, bro, like if I had to pick anybody in the world, man, to back spot me on my first 1,000-pound spot, like it's going to be him, bro. Like that's my dude. So looking forward. I'll be seeing him a lot more in my videos coming lately. And like now that he's moving back, we'll actually get our YouTube video like started. We have like a video editing right now, but it's just we're having technical difficulties. But yeah, man, that's my dude, man. And then I'm a big family guy, dude. Like it's just, you know, me and my brothers and my sister, like we've been through a lot. We've had to overcome a lot to be where we are now. You know, everybody goes through their ups and downs, you know, but you know, like these are the people that God gave me to live life with and to, you know, just get to experience these things, you know. Like I don't just do this for me, man.
Yeah.
I don't just lift and have these aspirations for myself. You know, it's because I have a niece and a nephew. My older brother's about to have his first son. And it's just, I do this for them too, you know, because it's like whatever legacy I end up having at the end of my career, like that's something that they'll be able to look for and be like, damn, my uncle was one of the best to ever do it. Why can't I? So if my niece wants to be a volleyball player or a softball player or a basketball player or a musician. You know, she's gonna be able to look at me and be like, you know what, like my uncle was able to be one of the best to ever do it. Why can't I? You know, so that's just those sort of things are like what's on my mind, what's on my heart. You know, I feel like in my family, I'm a bit of a trailblazer. You know, like I'm a first generation Hispanic American. My grandparents crossed over, so it's like our family has a very small piece of history in the United States. So it's like, you know, like for me, this is more than just lifting weights. It's more than just achieving GOAT status. You know, it's about planting history for the Olivares clan. You know, so it's just, you know, it's a lot for me. You know, it's not just, I don't just live, you know, it's not, it's fun. You know, don't get me wrong. Like I love what I'm doing. I have fun with it. It's brought me a lot of friends that I talk to on the daily. It's provided like opportunities that I never thought I would have. But it's a lot more. You know, I can't say that I don't have anything to lose, but I have everything to gain. You know, so it's like I'm kind of in that middle ground. So I feel like I sidetracked. I said I wouldn't do it, but I just did.
No, you're good. You got me over here about to cry.
Yeah, that was I had a question too. I guess we're going to like what's next. I guess besides like the whole like the powerlifting aspect of it too. Do you have any plans for like business and stuff too? I know a lot of people like once they like start doing very well, they release like products or like businesses, like anything like that, clothing,
sour strips.
Yeah, dude, sour strips. But have you ever thought about anything like that?
So yes. So I actually started my coaching page, Team Mega Man.
Yeah.
So that's where my business is coming from. You know, it's kicking up. I've always wanted to, you know, like I've even thought about being like a football. Whenever I was doing football, I was like, you know what, I could be a football coach. Or when I was doing track, I was like, oh, I could be track and field, which are two sports I confident I can coach at a decent level, man. Like I still remember like 90% of the shit my offensive line coach taught me.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the technical footwork for shot put with the spin and the glide. So like I've always had that desire in me to teach others what I know, you know, just because, you know, like I wish I had somebody like that, you know, and like I did, like my life teachers would be my older siblings, you know. So, but like as far as it goes, like with coaching, like with sports and stuff, like I've always had that passion in me, and I waited until I was about a year into the sport, man, because I wanted to learn as much as I could from Joey. I pay attention to like Sean Oriega when he posts stuff. He's somebody that as far as like coaching, I try to like learn a little bit from that perspective. You know, I think he's a very intelligent individual. Just little tidbits here and there, like Joe Stanek. People who put their information online, like I take bits and pieces from there. You know, it's like if I was a coach, I don't think I would put my secrets out there, but hey, I just want to give them all thanks.
Yeah.
You know, they're just gonna make me better.
Yeah.
So, but one thing I will say that I'm lacking, bro, is probably my Excel skills. I have horrible. My sheets look so plain, bro. Like I'm low-key embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to admit it, bro. But it's just I'm a horrible computer person. Like I don't know how to work that stuff.
Yeah, bro, I feel you because he programs for me and I program from him, and then we both do Excel, bro. Like
it's a lot of Google Sheets,
bro. The programs that he does for me look so professional. It's like, oh, like this is gonna be your top set. It's gonna be accessories and stuff. Mine is just like, okay, here 4x6. It's just like plain, and it just looks like it's just like a line. Yeah. It's like, all right, put your weights here.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, I don't know how to do anything else. Like, it's awful. Like, I'm sorry.
And like
but you get the gist of it though.
Yeah, and like I apologize. Like I swear, bro. Like I have apologized to all my athletes. I'm like, hey guys, like I'm shitty at this. So until I get better, like this is what it's gonna look like. Like I'm sorry, but let's get to work.
Hey man, as long as the heart's in there, I try to tell them every day, like, listen, I care about you. I just not good at computers, so here you go.
Yeah.
And the good thing is I train with them, so I can just be, oh yeah, what I meant by this is just do this. So it makes it easier.
You just gotta add like a bunch of like random colors and like stuff, and just make it look like kind of like just
make it look pretty.
Pop, yeah, you know.
See, I'm not a pretty guy, so I kind of just
I gotta figure it out. Well,
Yeah, man.
Where were we at? I don't know where we're on.
We're just talking about,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
basically,
you asked me in business.
Business.
Yeah.
Business, yeah.
Yeah. So as far as that goes, man, my aspirations with Team Mega is to grow it to the same size, if not greater, than Team Flex, man. Like I want to eventually have like a team of like heavy hitters, a bunch of strong people, because my mantra, the one thing that I try to live by as a coach, is, I don't know I don't know the most, I'm not the most educated, I'm not the most intelligent, out of everyone who could pick, but if it's one thing that I do excel at, is like I'm going to push you to be the best version that you could possibly be as far as like it goes in the weight room, like I try to form individual relationships with all my athletes.
Yeah.
I ask how they're doing. I ask how their mental health is, how they're feeling. I try to work with them. I got a couple high school guys. Like they're I'm not gonna say names or anything, but like sometimes they can't pay on time. So I'm like, you know what? Like, don't worry about it, bro. Like, just let me know when you can. We can work off that. Because like I'm not doing this for the money. Like I want to. I mean, obviously, yes. That's not completely true. But at the same time, like I care about what I'm doing. If that was like true, like I would be like, oh, you can't pay. Like, sorry, bro. Like I don't got time for you. But
Yeah.
like no, like I want to develop a really good relationship just because if they can't trust me, man, then they're not going to be able to utilize and progress as much as they could from whatever I'm prescribing. Like they need to know, like, shoot, like, you know what? I don't really understand what's going on with this blog, but fuck, like, I trust my coach. I'm gonna go through with it, and then they might not feel the best, but like that's when getting closer to meet day, peak and taper and all that, and like that's when you get it. You're like, oh man, like I was feeling so shitty, but like now I feel great on meet day, and like it's all that. So it's like you kind of have to have that foresight, but a lot of that involves trust. Like so if they can't trust me, they're definitely like 100% not going to be able to get as much benefit as they would otherwise.
I mean, yeah, trust is basically, I'd say if not 90%, is 80% of the process as a coach and client like relationship, because I feel like if you don't have trust, you're not able to talk to like your coach freely and be like, oh, like my knees hurt today, or be like, or tell you what's wrong, because there's like not a trust there, there's not that relationship there. So that's where you get a lot of people that just work through stuff and end up getting hurt, or end up just kind of just going through the motions and not getting any benefit because they don't have that relationship with their coach. So I feel like that's really good that you're trying to connect that, because even if like I read a Instagram post the other day and they're like, okay, like the best way to train is the people that do the same 12 exercises for 20 plus years. So it's like so it was like, I think it was Squat University put it up, and it's like, I mean, you could kind of filter through exercising and give them a plan, but I mean, if they don't trust your programming, if they don't trust anything, then that's when you get people that go off program and they're like, oh, I feel like I should be doing this, so they do something else, and then next thing you know, it's like all the stuff you're trying to build for them doesn't work out. So I feel like that's another thing that from, because I've never met Joey Flex, or I never talked to Joey Flex, but every time I see everything on social media, I feel like that's something that he instills in his athletes. Yeah. And let me know if I'm wrong. Like I see, like most of the time you see like Russ Wool posts, or you see the powerful Peach, or you see you post and stuff. You can see there's like a relationship with Joey that makes him so pristine to all the other trainers that are out there. Because I mean, you do see like, as a powerlifter, like you see like the basic like the rankings of coaches, and it's obvious Joey Flex is up there.
Yeah.
And from seeing like his athletes and seeing the way you guys carry yourselves, I can tell there's like a lot of trust there. I mean, you could tell me more about Joey, because I don't know much about him. I just see what I see on social media.
I was gonna say too. I know we talked about like the whole like team aspect of it too. Like I know like that's why I like football so much too. It seems like once people get out of like that competition sports, like you got a baseball, you got a football, they always look for like that next like team thing too. And it looks like Joey Flex and that team is like very, very close. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I can give you like a little background, like what I do know. Like so Joey, he actually comes from a football background too. Like he played high school football. He played some collegiate football. He had like a back injury, opted out, You know, like he started off as a personal trainer first, and then like he kind of started getting into powerlifting. I think he's been coaching powerlifting for almost a decade now. You know, he's 31,
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, man, like I would say that we have a pretty good relationship, man. And one thing that really helped set like our friendship and our relationship as a coach and athlete is that we both understand how important that is. Like right off the bat, like okay, so honestly, man, up until my sophomore off season, I did not know how to play football violently. Like I am not a very violent person, unless I need to be. But it took my coach at the time. I still remember him. I just texted. We don't talk often, but I had to text him after my meet the other day just because he taught me how to train. He taught me how to like work for stuff. He taught me how to like fight for what I wanted. So I owe a lot of like some of the lessons that I learned to him. But if it wasn't for him pushing me how he did and like trying to bring out that potential out of me, I would not be here today, man. So it's like I learned from that and I looked at that and I was like, okay, like if it wasn't for that relationship we had and me trusting him and like him pushing me and him like um, putting me through some very harsh situations, I wouldn't have developed as I did. So like I took that concept and I was looking to see like, okay, like I need to be able to replicate this sort of relationship with my next coach, to simply continue progressing in that, you know. So then like I was doing my research, you know, I was watching some of Russell's videos and then he mentioned Joey and then I did my research on Joey, man. Like I looked at a bunch of his videos he had at the time. I like looked at his philosophies, how he explained things, like the things that he was into. And I did like my research, man, for about a couple weeks, like for sure. Like I was genuinely like I wanted to know what this man was about. Like if I decided to team up with this guy, would he give me the progress and like the relationship and like um shit, I forgot the other word. But pretty much along the lines. So then like I was like, you know what, like I think this guy is gonna be my dude, man. So then I reached out to him. Um and then he emailed me back, man. This was before Ron Ads, and then like we started working after that October, and then like that's pretty much it, man. But like I feel like we're both on the same page, you know. Like I don't need him to tell me how to do things because I've already been doing things my way for a little bit, you know. But he's not afraid to let me know when I'm being out of the pocket. He's not afraid to let me know like I think you're a little too high, man. Like we've had discussions where he thinks I'm squatting too high, and I'm like, bro, like I'm telling you, it's just the angle. And he'll be like, well, just to make sure, like squat a little deeper, you know. Like he's not afraid to tell me things like that, and like that is something I 100% respect because that's what I need,
Yeah.
you know. I need somebody who's gonna be 100% honest with me, you know, no matter how much success we're having, how fast we're progressing. Like I need somebody that's gonna be like, hey man, I think you're fucking up. Like we need to fix this.
Yeah.
And Joey 100% does that, man. Like I don't know. I'm pretty sure he has a specific and different relationship with, you know, with Cameron or with Amanda or with Russell, Mikey. You know, the list goes on. You know, of everybody that's on the team. But you know, as far as I really only focus as like with just mine and his relationship because as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned, the relationship with everybody else is like you know like that's what it is. But it only matters to me like how he treats me. You know, like there was other things, but yeah, man, like he's a pretty honest dude. I know he gets a lot of shit from a lot of people that have been coached by him. You know, but like as far as I'm concerned, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing his part, and the answer always lies in the middle. You know, so
Yeah.
when somebody is just shit talking him, you know, you got to look at the look a little bit to the left or the right, wherever you're looking at, and I promise you, the answer is never always the first thing you're hearing,
Yeah.
but it's always in the middle, man. So it's like
I
people
heard that. That's
have
never
these
shit talk.
expectations, and you just gotta.
I've never heard
What
any shit.
happened?
I've never heard any shit talk about Joey Flex. I've heard like only like positive things.
Well,
Maybe I'm not hearing
Well,
anything. I don't
I
know.
feel like
I've heard,
I don't know. I
Maybe
haven't heard much because like
definitely know more than I do.
the people we talk to still work with him, I guess.
Oh yeah,
So,
I mean,
we talk with like Foodie and we talk
yeah.
with Jesus.
I
I mean, I haven't seen anything bad from.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never met the guy, but from what I see
Nah.
on social media and stuff, seems like.
I love his stuff. I love his like I watched a bunch of his YouTube videos and shit too.
I mean, I wear the Joey Flex ones now.
Yeah.
hey, them those is good, bro.
Bro.
Well, it's because like I'm in a group chat. Like I didn't know about this either, man. Like I didn't know about this until I got into the group chat I mentioned earlier. And some of my friends, they don't agree with the way he does things, or they like have negative reports from their friends. And then like, obviously, if somebody's winning, you're always gonna have the haters. You always have haters come with the winning.
100%.
Yeah, I'm just going off what I've heard from my friends, in my chat. I'm sure you're not going to see a lot of people do it publicly. But it's just like some people just don't agree with the way he does things, and like that's fine, but
I mean, yeah.
that's just my 2 cents on it.
Y'all are still winning, so I don't know. Like,
I mean, I feel like every time I look at, like a powerlifting meet, or like a national powerlifting meet, on the podium, there's at least two flex guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say they always win first place, but I'm saying like in first and third place, it's like there's gonna be 1 or 2 flex people up in there.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, I mean, and I feel like it's like every single weight class too. Like you look at like
it's
the
like
120s, like you might see like Whistler up there. I mean, if you look at was Russ 83?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's 83.
Who's the 105?
105.
Who's the 105?
Mikey. Mikey's a fucking beast too.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh yeah, bro. He's in San Antonio, bro. We about to link up tomorrow.
Bro, so Mikey coaches our boy Foodie. Like one of the guys we lift with, like the Indian kid, the Indian guy you always see, like Indian guy. What? Yeah. I mean, what the way he
was on the previous our second guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's under Mikey. So we hear about Mikey all the time. Like, I swear, bro. Foodie talks about Mikey every single day. Like, hey, Mikey the GOAT, bro. Mikey the best thing.
Yeah.
And you see his videos. I mean, he's badass. I mean, dude just kind of minds his business and lifts weight.
This is who I think is going to come down to top 3 105s next year, bro. It's going to be Rondell. This is no particular order. Because obviously Mikey's my teammate, bro, and like I support my teammates. So it's like I'd rather say, but Ashton's also my friend. So I'm kind of like tied between these two. Like they're both pulling my heart, man. Like I don't know who's gonna win, but I do know who's gonna win. But I know who I'm rooting for. But like my logical side, it's like, But like these top 3 in no particular order, is gonna be Rondell, Mikey, and Ashton, bro. And then you still got some work to do, bro. You got to get some squats up.
I'm trying, man. I'm working on. Listen,
but tell me your little. Huh? You want to tell me your little back injury?
Oh, we'll talk about that. But listen, man,
bro,
I'm coming.
Hurt, bro.
All right, so I'm coming. Had my first meet. Had my first meet at 105. I think I did pretty decent. Could have done better. I didn't go 9 for 9 like you, but I went what? I mean, I didn't take a third attempt on bench.
6 straight.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
So,
bro, but these guys are 5'9", bro. You're 6'2".
Yeah, you were tall enough for.
Yeah, but look, that's I have long ass arms, so my bench sucks. My bench is horrible. Compared to my squat, and my deadlift, my bench is horrible. Yeah. Squat's gonna be my game changer. My squat's gonna come up, and my deadlift's gonna keep coming. So maybe the podium might change. Give me a couple months, man. But about the back injuries, see. It's not a back injury; it's more of a tweak. So I've been doing.
The video's so funny. I wish I'd shown the video.
So I've been doing beltless conventional work. I'm a sumo puller, but I mean I don't care. So I was doing beltless conventional work, and last week I did 585 for 5 beltless, and then that was an RP of 7. So I got an RP of 8 this week. So I was like 635 seems in the pocket. It was the first 2 reps moved. But I got too far over the bar on the second rep. So, like a little lower back tweak. I could bend over now, though. There's a couple days I couldn't bend over. I tied my shoes by myself the first time yesterday. I'm coming back. But listen, man, the 105s better watch out. I'm coming up. Especially for the juniors.
Not gonna lie, bro. Like, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, I sent Ash your deadlift, and I was like, so, man, what do you think about this guy coming up?
Oh, he followed me after my meet. Like after
No,
the meet, he followed me.
Yeah, we're very similar in the regard that we keep our eyes on the front of our goals, but we also have our eyes peeled in the back for anyone up and coming, bro. So if he followed you,
Oh shit.
that means that he has developed some sort of respect for you, and you are now on his radar, bro. If you're not on his radar, bro, he's not gonna follow you. He's not gonna pay you no mind. So the fact that he did follow
He's been
you,
on my radar.
that means
He's been on my radar, bro. Listen, man, I may be 6'2", I may be long, but these long arms work, bro.
Well, I mean, are you still gonna be 105?
I'm staying in 105 for a bit. I mean, listen, give me until Raw Nats. I might do I kind of have the same plan. I might do the Arnold, but like right now, the Arnold's up in the air. Like we don't know what's gonna happen with it. Yeah. But I might do the Arnold. But I'll be at Raw Nats, and when you see my name popping up there, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, bro. When these glasses
I'm
come
telling
off,
you, bro. You look at 6'2", bro. You would look so fucking mean at 250, 260, bro.
Dude,
you
I'm telling you, bro.
so
You're like a
fucking mean.
No, because what? All right, so my plan. I know it's not about me, but my plan is, since I did the meet at 105, I see I actually compete at 105, especially as a junior. Cause I think I checked like the junior rankings and stuff, and right now I'm like the number 2 deadlifter all time, like behind Ashton. And then for the rankings, I was down to number 4. I was up to like number 4, so I was like, I mean, I'm still this weight. I at least want to beat Mikey's totals, or like since I have 2 more years in the junior, might as well try to fill out the 105 in juniors and then go up to 120 after. So I mean, it depends, but you might see me at 250, 260 soon.
I think you could, because I know Ashton, he's gonna age out next year in a couple. I think he turns 24 in January next year. He's about to turn 24, so he's about to age out. So honestly, man, I'm pretty confident he could beat his 843 in the next 2 years.
Listen, I'm trying. Listen, I'm working for it.
I mean, you're not far off, bro.
I mean, my last for deadlift, I got 780. I got 782. Yeah. Didn't move bad at all. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna get. I didn't think that wasn't on my radar. But Mr. Coachman over here just threw it on the bar and said, "Bro, so how about this bullshit?" He didn't even tell me what I had on the bar for my 3rd attempt. Like I asked him, and he goes, "Don't worry about it. Just keep pulling." And I was like,
I mean, it worked.
I was like, all right. So I didn't know what I had on the bar.
I'm doing that shit sometimes.
That shit pissed me off because I didn't know it was on the bar until I was walking up and they said bars loaded.
I bet that shit was heavy too.
But that shit was heavy as a bitch. I was walking up.
Don't let go, bro. Just keep going.
They were like bars loaded, 782 pounds. And 708. What, bitch?
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Well, good thing you got it, because you would have missed it on my call. I would be like, damn.
I almost shit myself though. I may have farted a little bit, but it's all good.
Oh, that was fun. Great time.
But anyway, back to your meet. Like, so since we're talking about deadlifts, I remember seeing like a couple weeks ago, like you did the 860 pounds on, like I was following Instagram and stuff. You did like 860, and that was like his PR. So I was like, okay, like he'll probably go like 850 or something during the meet, but then you pulled 881. So just take us through, just take us through the whole meet from squat all the way to deadlift. I want to hear this shit.
All right, okay. So let me see. So squats. I would say during squats, man, I was the most like aroused, like mentally, just because it's the beginning of the meet, But I was trying to keep my energy levels pretty stable the whole time, just because this was my 3rd meet. I've already have a little bit more of experience. I understand like the highs and the lows. Like if you get too emotionally aroused, like you're gonna feel tired after, and then you have to find ways to rebound, like drink a rain. So pretty much like this is kind of how I had everything set up, man. So we always buy our snacks and rains the night before. So we had 6 rains. So I have a lunch bag, to keep that shit cold. I had like my whole duffel bag filled with like oatmeal pies, Nutty Buddies, Gatorades, like I'm prepared, bro. Like this is me going into this like as prepared as I possibly think I should be. So squats, man, warm-ups, we're feeling good. My nerves were around like a 4 out of 10. I try really hard to not let the moment get too big for me. But at the same time, I don't make it too small. So warming up, I knew it was gonna be a good day when I loaded 496, and it didn't even feel like I had weight on my traps, bro. Like I swear, it literally felt like I had like one or two reds, and like I was like, yeah, shit's gonna fly today.
Hmm.
So then I think my last warm up was 750, 749, or 716. I think it was 716, man, just because it takes so long to warm up. Um, that I was like, fuck it. Like last warm up, 716, opened up with 826. So then, obviously, man, like you get a little nervous before you step on the platform. They're like, shit, like, are they gonna call me in deaf? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, blah blah blah. So I just try to like hush all those thoughts, and I was like, I'm just gonna go like it's a regular training day. So I get under the bar, man. I sink that bitch. It fucking every squat, honestly, bro. Every like with the way everything moved, I was like honestly surprised. Like everything to move how it did, the way it did. I was surprised, man. Like I wasn't expecting it to just be so. I mean, obviously, like I'm not saying I was like approaching it like lackadaisically. Every attempt, I gave it like 100%.
Hmm.
But like even then, bro, I was expecting that 903 to be more of a little bit of a like more work than okay. You know what? This is a bad analogy because
No,
like
no,
I'm making
bro.
it sound like I didn't try,
No, that shit flew.
which is
Yeah.
wrong.
At the end of the day, they can watch the videos.
Um,
That shit flew up. Like,
yeah. Um, okay. One thing that I do have a little bit of a bad report to talk about is the stage. I don't know why, but the owner, I love. He's the owner of the gym, West, but he wanted to have a stage, so we were actually above the ground, and like I whenever like during walkouts, man, it was like extra shaky because every step I took, it wasn't on solid concrete or ground, man. It was on a stage,
hmm.
so whenever I would like sink it and come up, like just like my core would shake a little bit, and that was like I had to like brace a little extra hard to just make sure I didn't get folded. And it
Oh
was
yeah,
just like,
cause I did see someone commented on
The deadlift
like,
thing,
bro,
too.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was scrolling like the King of Lifts comments, and the one guy who goes, "Oh, didn't look like he had control of that deadlift." Bro, I was this close to going off, and then I saw you responding, and I was like, "Okay, he got it."
Yeah.
I was about to say, "Bitch, you trying to pick up that weight?" But like, I
bro,
was like, you responded in the perfect way possible.
The most polite
Because
way.
I was mad. I was pissed
Yeah.
off. I was like, listen, dude. Like it's because always the guys that like barely lift that always want to talk shit.
With the private like
Yeah,
profile
private
and
page.
stuff.
I was like, dude, that's 880. I was like, listen, bro. Like,
Yeah.
are you a judge? Like, he had 3 whites for a reason. Like, shut up,
bro, weight don't bounce like that, bro.
bro. It
When
does
you
not.
slam
Yeah.
that shit it don't bounce. It like sticks to the ground, bro.
Mm-hmm. Like, no
Like
matter
people
how,
don't
I don't care how
understand.
hard, I don't care how hard you slam that shit. That weight's not bouncing up like
No,
that,
bro.
The
No.
first thing it might crack the ground.
Might crack the little stage.
Yeah,
thing, but-
and low key
Yeah.
might go down more, but it wouldn't bounce up like that. I was so mad, bro. I almost threw my phone against the wall. I got you, bro.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate you though, bro. So squats, man. I did get one red light for depth on my second one, even though like, well, I can't say it might have been a little bit higher than my opener, but just having that one red light, dude, it kind of pissed me off a little bit. So I sunk my 903 a little bit more. I mean, it still flew because like with my belt, man, like it's just I pretty much go as low as I possibly can with my belt, and that's how I know I hit depth.
Mm-hmm.
Because like at a certain point, that pressure buildup is just way too much, and like I come up anyways. So it's like I pretty much just go as low as I possibly can, man, till that pressure just makes me come up, and then it's all about timing from there. Like kicking my glutes and my legs into drive and just kicking it up. So after I got that 903, man, bench was probably the most like calm, the most like calculated. Everything that we put a lot of thought going into bench, just because bench building up to this meet, man, had been a little sketch, just because I tried learning low bar about 2.5 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and that really like fucked up my shoulder and my arm. So I had to like really like bring bench back a little bit. Just kind of try to like just work through technique every day. I really couldn't push it as hard as I wanted to. So for bench to pop up how it did, man, like that was just like, God bless, bro. But opener went and it moved good, bro. I was like, shit, like bench is here today, man. And then
I've never
I
had
went.
that feeling.
They fucked
So
you over on the handoff.
I've never had that bench is here today feeling.
It would have been there. It's
Not yet, bro. Not yet.
405 next year.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, so then, I was okay. It moves better than expected. Let's go ahead and stick to the plan on the second one. So I jumped up 10 keys. It moved like almost identical. And at this point, I'm contemplating. Okay, so after the 490 moved, I get off the stage. I give them my second, and I'm talking to my handler, my friend Herodes, and my brother, and I'm like, I think I could go for the American record today, guys. Like, let's see how the second moves. And I was telling them, I was like, look, guys, I need y'all to watch this attempt as closely as y'all possibly can. And I need y'all to be honest with me. If y'all have any little doubt that 541 is not there today, we'll go ahead and just call the third as planned, and we'll go forward. You know, like the priority was going 9 for 9 and just building the total.
Mm-hmm.
So I go do my second. Before I give them my attempt, I look at my friend and I'm like, guys, do I got it or no? And they're like, bro, it's there. So I looked at the table lady and I was like, go ahead, let's go. We're going to chip the record. We're going to go for 245.5. So then I honestly could have gone. My PR in the gym was 250. I have no doubt that 250 was there that day.
Yeah.
But still, I just wanted to chip it just because of how bench had been moving. So I wasn't like 100% confident. I knew it was going to move. I didn't know like how. Because like Michael, I know y'all.
Yeah, we're about to say, yeah, you chipped his record. I talked to him about it.
Yeah, we're boys.
He DM'd me, bro, and he was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was just being lighthearted about it. I think, you know. But he was like, I don't appreciate you taking my record, man. Like, I'm gonna take it back. And I was like, go ahead, bro. Like, that's how sports needs to be.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he was lighthearted about it.
No, he's probably joking.
He was just joking.
Knowing him, he's a clown. Like, I worked out with him before. His bitch ass paused 405 on his chest. Bro, I worked out with him before, and I was benching like 225 like reps. This man walked in and started laughing at me, and then he started warming up. That shit hurt me, bro. I almost left the gym.
That's kind of douchey, bro. That's kind of douchey.
I cried a little bit, bro.
I would never do that, bro.
Bro, Jake does. You know Joseph Amendola?
Yeah.
He does the same shit. Cause we work out together. He was like, he literally goes up to me. He's like, hey. He was like, how much on the bag of pause it for 10 seconds? It's like 405. He started counting like I was at 1, 2, 3, and I'm like looking at him like this. And then he presses it up like nothing, bro. I hate good benchers.
Bro, that dude's he's a monster, bro. He's a monster.
It sucks working out with him, man. It sucks benching with him because I'm doing my working sets, 315, and he's like, all right, yeah, load up like 3 more plates, and we're just like, all right, buddy. I'm just like, all right.
Doesn't working out with such talented people that work hard, doesn't that motivate you though?
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. Because I'm not close to being the strongest person at the pit, like total wise. I mean, I guess I'm close.
I mean, your deadlifts is.
But that's what I have. Like my deadlifts are my thing, so I'm like the biggest deadlifter there. But bench and squat, I mean, we have Blake squatting.
Blake and Jake both over like 2,000.
Yeah, Jake squats in the 700s, Blake squatting in the 900s, whatever. Upper eights.
Yeah, like
mid, so it's like you work out with these guys and they're super competitive. Like we joke around and stuff, but it's like we have a thing that we do. We always say catch up. So like let's say like Blake does like a triple on deadlifts like a 725. He'll look at me dead in my eyes and goes, "Hey, catch up." So then I'm hyped. So I'm like, all right, leave that weight on the bar. So that's how we do it. But
I wish I could train like that, bro. I wish I had people like that around me.
I don't think we actually.
Just because, like,
what gym are you at right now? Texas.
I'm at Texas Strength Systems in San Antonio.
Shit, I know there's a bunch.
Best
of gyms
place to be
there.
in Texas, baby.
There's a bunch of gyms out there. I know you have Corrupted Strength with Russ Wool. Have you been there?
Houston, yeah. He hasn't invited me yet, so no,
Yeah,
nah.
not yet.
That's a different conversation.
Oh, oh.
Don't,
No, I'm not. No, I'm
bro.
just,
This man is
Yeah,
the
we're
biggest.
not getting into that.
no, we're not gonna get
He's the biggest instigator ever, bro.
No, I was curious.
I'll be like, damn, looking kind of smaller today. He's like, oh shit, he said you look like a bitch. I'm like, bro, chill out. Like that's the type of guy he is.
Well, I wasn't gonna ask, but I was just curious, bro. I wanted to know.
Mm.
But yeah, different conversation. Different time.
All right, so continue. Bench, mover, chip the record.
Yeah, so I checked the record, man, and then at this point, I'm starting to feel a little tired, man. I'm just like trying to stay mentally engaged because this is what happened to me at my last meet. Like, I was pretty much ready to go home, man, before my last attempt. So I was like making sure like this is not gonna happen again. Like I am not gonna like, like we're not going home until that last deadlift goes up. So I didn't tell a lot of people this, but I was actually a little constipated the whole day because I had a little bit too much protein the night before. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse, and you know what happens when you have too much meat, not enough fiber, bad things. Don't wish it upon anybody.
Not a good combo.
Not a good combo, not whatsoever, man. So at this point, I had had a big breakfast, and I was just like hydrating as one should. Snacking here and there, and like it was just getting to a point to where it wasn't coming out one way, all that pressure buildup. So I actually threw up chunks, bro, before warm-ups. Yeah, because I was just too much pressure, man. So then I threw up. I didn't tell anybody. I told Joey because I didn't want that to be like, oh, like he's making an excuse. So I didn't want to tell anybody. Did that. Started warming up. I was just trying to hydrate like all the shit that I had just lost, all those fluids. So I was just trying to put back in my body. So deadlifts, I didn't warm up enough to get a good feel of what I had on the day until I actually pulled my first attempt. Because I went 496 last warm up, and then I jumped from 496 to 650, and then that was my last warm up. So I went from 650 to 788. But it was like as soon as that first one moved up, I was like, we're good today, like we're solid. Because Joey was messaging me during this time, and he was like, hey man, like he was like, let's just make sure we go 9 for 9. Like if you have any doubt, like if there's any little creep in your head, like you feel like you need to drop your opener just to secure the total, like let's go ahead and do it. Or let's just secure 1,000 first. But I was thinking, man, I was like, you know what, man, after the day I've been having, if I can't pull 788, man, then like I don't deserve to go 9 for 9. Like I don't deserve this total. Like if I don't have enough in me to get the job done, like I don't deserve it. So then I decided to keep it on there, pulled 788, man. It felt so crisp, bro. Like it just felt like instant, like that lockout was smooth. And then I jumped from 788 to 843. That was the attempts Joey had given me, and it was also nice because I wanted to tie Ashton's heaviest pull in me because I know he dropped 390. So I tied his lift. That would have if I would have missed my third, we would have been tied for biggest deadlift of the year. So I wanted to do that. I got red lighted on that lift because the bar actually came. It rolled away from me before I started the pull. So the judge red lighted me for that, but that lift was actually harder than it was because I had to like pull the bar back into position. So like on my right side, I had to like kind of squeeze a little harder, like my lat and my arm into my armpit to make sure the bar corrected. But he red lighted me for that, but it was still 2-1. But after feeling how that moved, bro, I was like 400s there. 400 there. So like I told the lady, I was like low 400. And at this point, man, this is where I was kind of like being a little doubtful. I was like, man, like I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Like so many people have tried, so many people have been chasing 400 for so long, like not just in the USAPL, but like in pretty much every federation you could think of. Like it's just that magical number, bro. Like you see 900-pound squats all the time, bro, but you don't ever really see a 400-kilo deadlift in comp.
Yeah.
You know, that was honestly probably my favorite lift, man. So at this point, you know, I'm like, fuck, man. Like people tear their biceps on this shit. Like I pull mixed. You know, like I'm more prone for that injury. Like fuck, what if my grip decides to fuck up? You know, like what if I can't hold on to it? You know, like what if it gets stuck to my knee? You know, like what if something, any little thing that could go wrong was passing through my head. You know, and I kind of just took a deep breath, and then um, my friend who was helping like handle and like take care, like work the meat too, he came up to me because I had talked to them. And I was like, okay, my primary goal was to break the all-time junior world record, which was 10:45. So at this point, all I need to break it was 390, which was 8:59. And he was like, bro, like, why don't we just drop it 10 to secure the all-time world record? And I was like, no, bro, like 400 is there. It's there, bro. Like, I can't drop. And then I was thinking about dropping, but I was on King of the List at the moment on Instagram. I was going through Instagram to kind of get my mind off of it. And I saw that, what's his name? He just competed. He competed the same day as me. What's his name? He's a 275 guy. He just broke Larry Wheels' 275 record. I forgot his name. I no disrespect to him, but he just totaled 1,053. So I was like, fuck, because my whole mind was like, okay, like once I break 1045, that would give me the 11th best all-time sleeve total. So I was like, fuck, like, but as soon as he hit that, I was like, fuck, if I don't get 400, then instead of having the 11th best all-time sleep total, then I'll have the 12th. So I was like that, watching that, bro, in that moment right before I went on stage, like cemented my thought. I was like, you know what? I'm not pussing out. I'm not going to miss this lift. I have to get it. Mm-hmm. So then I prayed, man. I was just like, God, like just from head to toe, like just make sure that, you know, like nothing, I don't get injured, you know, like you've given me this gift and this strength, like just allow me to come in, execute on the platform, you know, like just give me the ball in my court, you know, like give me the opportunity to make the shot. So then I got on stage, man, and like I made sure that the bar was like perfectly over my feet, you know, so that it wouldn't roll, so that it was going to be like a perfect trajectory point onto my shin. I grabbed onto that hoe, man, and I just started pulling, bro. And like everything felt so.
He's like, yeah, those 800 pounds. Grab that bitch and start pulling, bro.
Yeah,
like, I mean, we all try to do that.
That shit moved really good, bro.
Bro, that shit moved insanely quick.
That was so surreal, dude. Because like the fact, like it was just everything didn't feel real. It just felt like a dream, dude. Like I started pulling it, and it was moving, bro. And I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm moving it while this, like I'm just pulling, bro. And like as soon as it gets past my knees, I'm like, I'm not locking this out. And I just fucking locked that bitch out, bro. And like I felt where the bar,
bro.
Like
shit, bro.
So like, you know, like when you got some big thighs, man, and like you lock it out, you know how like when the bar like presses up against you, like that rebound of like just like your flesh being flesh, it kind of like what's the word? It kind of like makes it bounce at the lockout, like, and it whips a little bit. Like, so once I locked it out, bro, I felt where like my thighs kind of like pushed the bar and it like was about to start moving. So I just fucking gripped on my arm. I just squeezed my grip and I was like, this bench ain't going nowhere, bro. And then as soon as the judge gave me the down command, bro, I was just like, I fucking slammed it, bro. Cause I just wanted to turn around as fast as I could to see if they gave me the white lights, man. So that's why I slammed it, because I was just in a moment of disbelief. I was like, holy shit, man, just pull 400. I locked it out. Like, I had never loaded. The most I had ever loaded was at 860. Mm-hmm. So, like, I slammed that hoe, bro. I turned around, and I was just waiting for those lights, bro.
Those lights took forever to come on, though. I was watching the video, and I was like, I know you were fucking like, hey, put it up there, but I was like, dog, like, what's taking so long? You're just like this. And I was like, all right, any second now.
Yeah. Damn.
I feel like they do that for the hype, though. I feel like they wait on purpose.
Suspense.
Yeah, for the suspense. Like, hey, we're gonna build this shit up. Like, you know, like in Dragon Ball Z, how they're like, oh, like,
no,
10 up. Well, you don't know, but like they'll start a fight and it'll be like freeze frame. Like next time on Dragon Ball Z, it was like one of those type things.
Yep.
But that's an awesome point I kind of want to touch on too. I know like a lot of like newer like people, like they don't really like pay attention to that aspect. You're talking about like the fear, the doubts that are coming in your mind before too. Mm-hmm. That's like really kind of an underrated like topic because a lot of people don't like they see you like doing all that like breaking the record. They don't think and recognize that you have those like doubts and that fear and all that stuff too. You know, like so what kind of advice would you give like the other lifters like younger up and coming kind of like how to deal with that kind of negative emotions, negative thoughts going into it?
You're so smart.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I actually have a good answer for that, and like I don't mean to sound like clown or nothing, but to quote myself, I actually said this. I think it was on my first podcast, and it's just the doubt, like that never goes away, man. Like that's a constant. Like you will never, ever, you know. And if you can, like fucking kudos to you, man. Like I take my hat off if you can like have zero fucking doubt, like 100% confidence. You know, like 99%. You kind of try to work as close as you can to 100, but I feel like you can never really go to like 100% confidence. Yeah. It's really more like 95, 99%. You know, like that's how you build, like by being prepared and like just executing. You know, you have to have confidence in your own ability to execute. But my advice to that, man, is just like, you know, like over time, you know, like you just have to trust yourself. You've put in the work, you know, this lift that you're about to do, like you literally have done these lifts 100 times, 1,000 times, you know, and after a while, you start getting into the millions, you know, like we're in a sport where repetition is everything. Mm-hmm. So that's why you have to do every repetition as close as you possibly can to competition standard, because that's why I put such an emphasis on my depth and squats, like blocking it out. Every little thing, bro, every little thing I do as far as training with my main lifts, it's like I do it to competition standard, because in the heat of the moment, man, like I know like 100%, like I train the way I need to. So just, you know, you got to build up that confidence, man. You have to, you know, and it's just because at the end of the day, like even when Garrett's handling you, man, like he's not there on the platform as you're about to lift the bar whispering or yelling at you. Like he has to stand behind the stage. You know, when you're on the stage, it's just you and 3 judges. Yep. You know? Yeah. So it's like at the end of the day, like you have to reassure yourself, like, you know what? I've done this before. Like I got this, you know? And then obviously if you're a little doubtful, that's where Garret comes in and he's like, bro, like how many times have you hit this in the gym? How many times have we been through this, you know? And then just kind of works as a reminder. But so like tell younger kids, man, it's just practice how you play. Yeah. Like, and you know, because you're gonna play how you practice when all logic goes out the window, when you're really like anxious and nervous and you can't really focus. It comes down to instinct, you know, to second nature. That's when that kicks in. So it's just pretty much you got to instill good habits in training, man, because when the shit gets tough, when the shit gets going, you know, or it hits the fan, like it's really going to come down to how prepared are you, you know? So make sure that every step you take is calculated. Everything is kept into account, you know, and you just got to roll like that.
Yeah. That was an awesome answer.
Yeah. I mean, if you would ask me the same question, my answer literally would have been, like literally, so my biggest thing is I don't like being called a bitch. So my first thought is mama ain't raised no bitch. Like that, like that's literally been my saying since like middle school, like playing baseball and stuff. That like there'll be someone like in the scoring position like, come on, Dud, mama ain't raised no bitch. I'm like, oh, mama ain't raised no bitch. So that's like my thing going on. And he calls me a bitch sometimes, which gets me fired up.
Yeah, I do sometimes. Yeah,
gotta remind him. I mean, everybody has that thing, but that's a great answer. That's a way better answer than mine.
A lot better. He had a full like essay prepared for it. That's awesome, bro.
He's been primed for us, man. And, you know, I feel like it's an honor that all these other podcasts took the time out of their day to prime you for us. Yeah. Like, that's how I see it.
Fuck yeah.
Bro, these are just things I live by, bro. Like, I literally get made fun of. One of my friends, Sean Martinez, he'll literally tell me and be like, hey, damn, nigga, like, why you be talking like you live in an anime all the time? And it's like, bro,
anime
like...
has some good-ass quotes, though.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, like, have you read the Demon Slayer manga?
I'm not caught up on it, but what depends what part.
Okay. Well, anyways, bro, I got tatted up a couple 2 weeks ago, and I actually have 2 quotes from the anime, the manga, bro. Like it's the one, I guess I'll give you one that I'm pretty sure you've heard, so I won't spoil anything. But you know how Zenitsu's sent his master.
Yeah.
He was like, if you can do one thing, like hone that shit to perfection,
Mm-hmm.
you know, hone
Yeah, I've
it to
seen
the
that one.
utmost limit. Like, bro, like I have that on my arm, bro. So it's like I was looking at that shit, reading it like during my meet. You know, it's like if you can do one thing, hone it to perfection. You know, hone it to the utmost limit. And
Mm-hmm.
like that's a piece of advice and wisdom that you can apply in real life.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
I feel like,
and
especially like
even
anime, like, wait, you want to
yeah.
continue?
Oh no, you can go, bro. I
Yeah.
can't remember what I was
So,
saying.
so like the thing, like especially I feel like with lifters that watch anime and stuff, like, anime has so many good like quality quotes and so many good quality like people that even if you go to like the generic Naruto, like you think of Rock Lee, you think of Guy Sensei, it's like, bro, this man freaking punched a tree for days just to just hone his taijutsu because that's the only thing he had. Like if you have something, doesn't matter. Like don't worry about the things you don't have, just make the best of what you do have. And I feel
Yeah.
like if you see that like
Mm-hmm.
throughout anime, like most of the protagonists in anime, they're someone that started off from nothing. Like even like not demons, even fuck. Why am I drawing a blank? Has
My
Asta,
hero.
even in Black Clover,
Oh,
like
fucking
Asta
love Black Clover, bro.
literally has no magic whatsoever, but that man did push-ups for hours, like days. Finally got something, and he honed it to like his best of abilities from the freaking the Hage village. So it's like you see people like
Mm-hmm.
they're not real people, but you could see that through anime, and it's like, all right, man. I mean, fucking Rock Lee did 2,000 push-ups, and if you couldn't do 2,000 push-ups, you punched a tree 2,000 times. It's like, listen, I could do a couple more reps, or I could grind my ass off and give the best. Because I know personally, I'm not a great bencher, so I'm not gonna be pissed off that I don't bench 405. I'm just gonna make
yet.
I'm just gonna make sure that my deadlift makes up for it. I'm make sure what I do have and what I'm good at makes up for whatever I lack. And a lot of people they don't think about that. They think about what they don't have. So like, oh, I suck at bench. Da da. Oh my gosh, I'm so terrible. Da da. So they keep thinking about that, so they don't worry about the other lifts because they're trying to focus on something that may not ever click for them.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why everyone, if you're a lifter, everyone should watch anime because just none of the dub stuff. Make sure you read the subtitles. It's a lot more emotion.
I don't know what that means. What does dub stuff mean?
That means when they translate to English, 'cause I feel like the emotion
Oh.
it just
Why
isn't
would you-
there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not because like okay, so on the topic of like anime, man, like I grew up with it, so like I don't consider myself like a bandwagon. You know, like I grew up, I was like 3 years old watching like Dragon Ball in Spanish.
Yep.
Um, but like when you get into like the realm of people should do this, should do that. You know, I'm not gonna say that. You know, like either you watch anime, you don't like it's cool. You know, I fuck with you either way. But like, yeah, man, like I do think like watching a good anime like during a training arc while you're actually prepping for a meet or just training, like it just adds an extra layer of like, you know what, like fuck, bro, gotta do more, gotta surpass my limits, man. Like what are we doing today? We're surpassing our limits.
I guess I need to watch anime now.
Bro, you do.
What anime? Like what anime? There's so many like.
Okay.
My Hero. I
My
think My
Hero.
Hero's a good beginner.
My Hero's a good.
Academia?
And it's shorter, so you can watch that in a short amount of time. You see, my favorite anime is One Piece, but not a lot of people watch One Piece because it's super long. But I started when I was like 10.
Is it on Netflix or where do you watch them at?
I mean, there's
Crunchyroll.
some on Netflix, but I have a couple. You can borrow my Crunchyroll account. I have a Crunchyroll account. But
It's a real bro out there.
Yeah.
but I'm like,
Appreciate you.
I'm telling you, man, like nothing gets you more hyped than watching like one YouTube AMV videos, like the music videos, and, like the training arcs and stuff. That shit gets me hyped. That's my pre-workout sometimes.
I think the majority of the USA POs is all like anime kind of guys. You know, that's all I see.
No, you're right, bro. You're right. And to add on top of that, it's
I
just
think
like,
I was trying to think. I mean, he's not wrong.
I think the whole like Joey Flex family is anime, right? The
not
majority.
everybody. Like
The-
Isaac Whistler, he's anti-anime.
Yeah.
I know a couple others. I don't know about Mikey. Keiko for sure, bro. Love
Yeah.
that man. Fucking Bench Hashira. Russ is a little into anime.
Yeah.
Amanda's not. Well, I don't know. I might be wrong, but she doesn't like really post about it. So, I really can't think of anybody else for now that's like anti-anime. But
Anime will give you a different
But
look
for the
like
majority.
that, bro.
Yeah.
I will, man. I will.
I mean,
Start watching.
I'm telling you, man. Like, if you watch it for a while, you have like a connection with like these characters.
Yeah.
So like it gets you hyped because in anime there's gonna be at least one character that reminds you of yourself. Like there's gonna be at least one character, but okay, like that relates to me. So it kind of like gets you going. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it's been with me. I mean, I started lifting from anime. Not gonna lie, because I used to see like they used to always have like the lifting arcs like in Dragon Ball Z, like Vegeta. Like Vegeta would be like training and stuff. And that shit got me hyped.
Who's Vegeta? That's the
Vegeta's the one with the Widow's Peak.
the green one or the?
No, the green one's Piccolo.
Sorry, guys. It's
He's
the
about
white
to
one,
backhand
right?
you, bro.
The white and
He's about
purple.
to backhand you.
The white and purple, right?
What are you,
Dude, who am I thinking of?
bro?
Like-
I hate this man, bro.
You know the guy that has like he's like the purple guy.
The purple guy?
Yeah.
Like, does he wear purple?
No, he has like a little thing. Dude, I'm gonna stop talking because I don't know none.
Bro,
He's
this
talking
man,
about Mr. Popo.
Is that who am I talking about?
bro,
Dude,
I hate lifting with this guy because he don't know shit. Like,
I'm gonna figure it out.
And he's the type of guy that doesn't watch anime, but then like he'll kind of like make fun of it, but not really. And it pisses off everyone around him. Like
Come on, dude.
you really, bro, this man's really typing in. He's really typing in purple guy Dragon Ball.
This dude.
Who, Frieza?
Frieza, yeah.
That's not Vegeta.
Who did I say? I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about purple. Like guy has the purple like head.
You talking about Frieza?
Yes, yeah.
Anyway.
I don't watch anime. Sorry,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
I will start.
Oh my gosh.
Get educated.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm sorry. That just threw me all off guard. I had a good question thinking that just threw me off. That got me pissed off. I really want to fight this man right
Sorry,
now.
bro.
Here, hold on. I think I have like a good concept you can apply to like actually enjoy it. But okay, take away this, that knowledge is power, and some of the wisdom that is what's the word, portrayed in like anime, man, and like the story is stuff you can, a lot of it, not all of it, some of it, not all of it, you can apply to real life, man. And it's like, knowledge is power. So maybe, if you can like, increase your knowledge on philosophies that you can apply towards training and life in general, that's all the more power to you. So, maybe if you just look at it like that, maybe I can learn something. Maybe you might enjoy it more. Everything's about looking at things. The way I think, man, is that you could look at one point, a little dot, a speck of dust, in infinite amount of ways. It all just depends on what angle you're looking at it. Any slight degree change is theoretically a different approach, a different angle. So sometimes you just have to take a coin and flip it on the other side to see what you want to see, but it's still the same coin.
That was deep. That was really deep.
You see,
Yeah, a lot of wisdom.
That's what anime will do to you.
Yeah.
See, if you watch anime, you'll be able to.
Dude, all right, I'll give you an anime shot.
Thank you. You see, we finally.
And
I've been trying to
keep
get
it
through.
updated.
Bro, you only did that because listen.
Well, he makes a good point, bro. I mean, you don't make that point.
I just get mad.
Yeah, you just get mad. That's not gonna help me out. He just gets an attitude. I'm like, bro, that's not gonna help me.
That's all the years of Dragon Ball, bro. You just start.
Bro, and the cool thing about Dragon Ball is that it used to be on like actual like Cartoon Network. Like you had to stay up late for it.
Yeah.
So I used to watch like Boomerang? I used to watch like a Boomerang like at 1 a.m. But yeah, man. Dude, lifting's crazy, man. I feel like it's so cool, like what the body could do if you just put your mind to it. Like you talked about earlier, like the mind, body, spirit connection. Like a lot of people, they don't understand how much like the mind body work together. Like everybody thinks like there'll be too much mind without the body.
Mind,
there'll
body,
be too much body. Yeah. So it's like I know a lot of lifters, like we talk about ego a lot in our podcast, and a lot of people, they understand the mental part, but they push too far on the mental part and don't really focus on the body part or the spiritual part. So that's where you get a lot of ego lifters. That's where you get a lot of injuries. You get a lot of people that basically put themselves in situations for them not to succeed because they don't grasp all three parts. Oh, there goes the hair.
Oh shit.
I missed the blonde,
Oh,
man.
the hair.
Yeah.
Bro, I was looking at some old pictures, bro, when I had my hair braided, and I was like, fuck, that would have looked so dope on the platform. But it was just getting a lot to handle. I grew it out for 11 months, bro, so it was almost a year. I think where I fucked up is I cut the bottom. I should have just let all of it grow. Like, it would have been like a full flow, not just like what's it called? The haircut? It's a
Mullet.
No, no, not a mullet. I forgot. It'll come to me later, man. But I feel like if I would have just let all of it grow and just like would have had like a flow, man, it might have looked a little bit more majestic.
I mean, I thought
But
you looked pretty majestic.
Yeah.
I
So you
appreciate
look
you, bro.
like a
I know,
beautiful.
yeah. Ashton, he keeps telling me, bro. He's like, I missed the hair flip, man. I missed the hair flip, and I'm just like, don't tell me that, man.
I try to do the hair flip, but my hair doesn't go anywhere because the
No, you'd have
curls.
to grow your hair extra long, extra
Bro, I
long.
used to have a fro back in the day, man. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture.
Shit, you have to bring it back, bro.
Shit, that thing took me like 4 years to grow, bro. Like it was ridiculous.
Dang.
Damn.
You never got it braided or nothing?
Yeah, bro. All right. So side story. I used to have braids down to like the middle, like a little bit past my traps. But then the school I went to was a charter school, so they were like, oh, like no braids, no dreads, like da. So that's when I got my first fade. So I just cut off all my hair. But that shit was sick. My mom cried.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I had long
I
ass
would have
hair,
cried a
bro.
little bit too.
I thought they couldn't tell you like. I thought they couldn't tell you like how to do your hair.
The only way you could get away with it if it was part of like your culture and stuff like there was there was some Jamaicans and stuff that got to keep their dreads because that's part of like the culture and everything. You just have to wear like a hair dress.
Yeah.
But like for me, I was like, oh, I'm just black. Like, but so they're like, nah, that gotta go. So,
You should have just developed an accent, bro.
bro, I could have, man, but then like I felt bad. I had a Jamaican friend, and he'd been pissed off. Like, come on, man. Bro, but I'm trying to plan a. We're gonna plan a trip to Texas. I know I am.
We've been talking about that. Texas would be cool. There's so much like Texas is like the new California in terms of like.
Bro, no. We're not gonna say that, bro. No.
What do you want to say?
No. California is gonna stay California.
Yeah.
Texas is Texas, bro.
Texas is
Everybody,
like,
everybody want to come here because it's the best state. Everybody wants to. What I don't understand is if y'all move to this state because y'all don't like y'all state, why change it to be like y'all state? Let's keep Texas, baby. That's all I gotta say on that.
okay, Texas stays
Keep
Texas.
Because everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah.
I fucking love Texas, bro.
I mean, my aunt lives out there now because she just retired from the army, so that's like where she's retiring. So I'm probably gonna go visit her soon, and then I might decide. I have to see what part.
Yeah, where's your auntie from?
Like originally, or like what part of Texas?
Oh no,
she's in?
or what part of Texas you living in?
That I have to figure out. I mean, I'm gonna text her because she just moved there like literally like last month, so like, they're still like getting like situated and stuff. So like, and then my mom is moving there in February.
Where's your mom moving to?
Next to her. So that's something I have to
okay. Okay.
but I already have it planned out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna travel out to Texas, whatever, go see them and everything. And then I gotta get a training session in with the boys. So I gotta like if I'm gonna be in Texas, I'm not gonna lift with Jesus. So I'm gonna pull up the Texas strength system, see what I got. I'm trying not to look too small around your boys, but
Send it.
I mean, you'll be taller than me, so you're not gonna look like small.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Garrett whatever day that is, RP of 9, everything.
I want to see. Have you been to Alpha Elite? I don't know where that is.
That's in Houston.
Houston. Yeah.
No, not yet. I've only been to Houston once since I've lived here because I've only been here for since September.
Yeah.
So it'll be about 3 months. Well, this is the third month, but I got some boys out there in Houston, man. Been thinking about going to go visit them.
Yeah.
But that's because they have their own gym that they go to. It's like 30 minutes out of Houston. So they don't really train like at the main like Houston gyms. But I don't know, man. I might because I've seen like all the gyms like on YouTube videos. Like it would be cool, just to go to because like I'm like one of those guys who like takes pleasure in like going to like these renowned gyms. Which is why I fucking, I love Texas Strength Systems, because it's like the powerlifting gym in Texas.
It looks like it.
Yeah, man, and like they have like their own equipment that they sell. Like, people buy it. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I feel like that's pretty much with everything. You're gonna have two sides at some point. But like I love training here, man. Like the atmosphere, like I'm surrounded by people who are all trying to be the best they can be. Like I see that, and it continues to keep me on my path. But as far as like, I wouldn't mind going to Alpha, man. Like if y'all are in Houston, like I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind making that drive up there. It's just 3 hours.
That'd be sweet. Cause I know they had the whole like Alpha Land thing about to open too. I don't know if you've seen that or
Oh
not.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about
that's
that.
gonna be awesome. I don't know if you heard anything about that.
Yeah.
But it's like a full like it's like a gym, but like a hotel and like a it's like it's like a mall with a gym basically.
That's hype.
It's super sick. It has a bunch of like I think it's a bunch of like sour strips, the energy drinks, the gym, cafe, hotel, like everything.
I mean, if they have a food court, I'm out.
Yeah.
Big food guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then the one gym that I do kind of want to go to is like I would like honestly, bro. Like if Russell invited me, man, like I would love to go to Corrupted Strength.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I'm not gonna just DM him or like invite myself, because I don't know if it's like open. I know that he has people over, but I feel like it's an invite only.
Yeah.
So I mean, like if he ever wants to like have me over, man, I would love to make that drive.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. But yeah, man, like if y'all want to go to Houston or San Antonio, like they both got great gyms. Both cities have great lifters, so we'll see what's cracking.
That'd be fun.
I mean,
That'd be super cool.
I might as well go over there and try to flex on some people, cause
Yeah.
I gotta make my name known, bro. Cause I was kind of hurt when Jesus was out here naming the top 105s. I had a teardrop coming down. 'Cause I knew I was gonna be on the list.
Let's give it time, bro.
I'm coming.
Let's give it time.
I'm coming.
Bro, it's all for motivation, bro.
It's a
You gotta
process.
use it. You gotta let it fuel you. It's just on some anime bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
You
I'm
gotta-
about to start doing push-ups.
This is your
right?
journey. This is your journey, bro.
Apply an anime quote right here. This is your journey.
Anyway,
This is somebody wise said it. Just stay in your journey. Just never mind. He doesn't like anime. He goes,
bro, you want to be the next host on Sunday Sit Down, bro? I'm about to kick this man
come
out.
on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm trying to connect with the whole anime thing. I'm trying.
All right.
Wisdom.
I mean, I don't have any more questions.
I don't think I have any questions either.
I mean, dude, pleasure talking to you. We never really
Yeah.
think we get to talk much. I mean, we talk over social media and stuff, but you're in Texas and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, we have to do this more. I mean, even if it's not on the podcast, I mean, hit us up.
I think the ending question would normally been like, "What's next?" And then you kind of said that first. So
I kind of jumped the gun. I don't care.
you kind of jumped the gun.
I don't care.
That's okay.
It's our podcast. We do what we want.
Yeah. I mean, bro, like we know you've been busy this week, and we do really appreciate you coming on and talking to us. A lot of good wisdom, a lot of good anime quotes. It's gonna make some. It's awesome.
I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
But for
It's
sure,
all good, man. It's my pleasure.
we're gonna try to get out to Texas. If anything,
Eventually.
definitely gonna see our Raw Nats. We'll be out there, God willing.
Maybe the Arnold, maybe.
Maybe the Arnold. The Arnold's up in the air right now, but we'll definitely be seeing you soon, though.
Yeah.
Thanks
I
for coming
appreciate
on,
you
man.
guys, man. I look forward to it. Yes, sir.
All right, bro, and I guess we'll say, yeah. I mean,
Oh, you want to shout out your pages or anything?
yo, yeah. Shout out your, you want to shout out your coaching, your Instagram, YouTube. I know you said you had YouTube coming back on, right?
Yeah. It's on the
Down-
horizon. I'll say
Okay.
it's on the horizon.
We're gonna. I
I
mean,
don't know if that's the right. But all right, yeah. I mean, if y'all want to go ahead and follow me, if y'all aren't already,
shit.
my IG
Sorry.
handle is Megatron_65. My YouTube channel, mine and my brother's, is Iron Theory. And then if y'all are interested in potentially teaming up with, me, Jesus Olivares, y'all can go ahead and hit me up at my IG page on Team Mega. It's I think it's just Team Mega ____ because there was already another Team Mega.
Yeah.
So to kind of make it unique, I had to add like 2 more underscores, which is kind of dumb as hell. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So
I think it's in your bio, right?
yeah, it's in my
Yeah.
bio. It's in my bio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, it's also in my bio. If y'all don't want to type it up, they can just go to my main IG and then follow through there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, man. We hope training goes well, bro. We can't wait to see what you do next.
And we'll stay in touch.
I know, man. I'm excited for Monday. But all right, boys. I appreciate you guys.
All right, bro.
Yeah,
Let me
All right.
I'm gonna